Kuzampo and the heartiest welcome. I'm Ishe, your host, and this is Talk and Show. My guest for tonight is a model and an active youth volunteer. Please welcome back Regita. Welcome back to the show. Yeah, so it's been quite a long time. How have you been?
I'm okay, I guess. It's been 3 years, but I'm so glad to be here again.
You came on the show in 2017,
Yes.
right? Yeah. So what are you doing these days? What you up to?
So basically, I'm doing my online studies. I'm in my final year, so having my online classes, but I'm also working for like 3 organizations as my internship and part-time job, and at the same time doing some shoots here and there, some projects, and trying to think about a plan after graduation for masters.
So Regita, you are an active youth volunteer, right? Yeah. So why do you think it's important for youth to understand about the social issues and actually take part in solving them?
So I grew up believing in this particular quote by Mahatma Gandhi, be the change you want to see.
Yeah.
So because of that, I believe that as young people, as youth who have the power to change our society the way we see like fit for us and for our future as well, I feel like we must understand what's going around us because we play a very big role in the way the society is being shaped. So if we are not aware of what's happening around us, and if we don't make it a point, an effort to bring the changes that we expect to see, then we cannot simply have our futures generations being disappointed in us, or rather like having a world that later on is deemed as like problematic for us. So I feel like, so in order, like instead of just like complaining about what's happening around, rather than that, we must like play a big role and try our best to like, just bring, like make an effort.
Yeah, bring the change that you want to see in the
Yes.
society, right? All right, I'm done questioning you for now, and let's play a game. It's called Playtime, and the game you're going to play is called Crazy Q&A. So actually, I'm going to ask you 8 simple questions, but you don't have the liberty to answer them. You have to pick out your answers from this panchu. So let's see how fun it gets, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's go. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So you just have to randomly pick the answers. Okay, number 1. What did you have for your breakfast?
So this decides
Yeah, just
my
pick one
breakfast.
answer. Let's see what did you have for your breakfast? What is it?
So I ate a mask for breakfast.
Seriously, you did?
Apparently, the cheat says that.
Okay, so you, Regita, had a mask for your breakfast. Instead of covering your face, you had it
Yes.
for your breakfast. Okay. What is your greatest fear?
My greatest fear.
Okay, let the panchu decide. What is it?
Omelette.
You fear omelets? It must be true, huh? Now the universe is saying, the energy of the universe might be directed to the panchu, and
Maybe,
the panchu might be, telling the truth. Your biggest fear. Do you fear chickens? Maybe that, somehow. Are you afraid of chickens? Hen?
Like if they chase me, yes, I guess. I mean, if I'm being chased by chickens, I'd be scared.
So eventually, the omelette,
Revenge.
egg, hatches into chickens, so maybe that's it. Okay, how tall are you?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I'm not
How
sure
tall are
if the
you?
answer's gonna be. Oh, it's like related though.
Oh yeah.
It says height.
So your height, how tall are you? You are tall as a height?
Yeah.
Okay, height, yeah, it's a little rigid, right?
Yes.
Okay. Number 4, what's the shape of your bag?
The shape of my bag.
Bag,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Handbag, backpack, any bag. What is it?
This is not at all related.
what
It
does it
says
say?
jeans and tea.
Jeans and tea. The shape of your bag is jeans and tea. Okay. Number 5, what is your go-to style?
My go-to style.
Regita's go-to style.
I don't think the answer's gonna be here. Oh,
Okay, what is it?
it says roundish square.
Roundish square. Do you like your clothes in that shape, roundish square?
I guess the universe is telling me that I should try this
Wear
kind of like,
roundish
clothing.
square
Yep.
clothes, and you're
It could be a new
modeling-
trend.
Yeah, you could set a new trend, and your modeling career will even bloom. To brighter heights, right? Yeah. So the universe is telling Regita to go with roundish square styles. Okay. Number 6, do you like garlic?
Oh,
What does it say?
It says yes.
So do you like garlic? Well, it's
the
actually
complete
an appropriate
opposite.
answer.
Exactly.
Yeah, but do you like garlic?
No, not at all.
Not at all? It's nice actually. I like garlic.
I mean, garlic bread, yes. Garlic, no.
Okay. Regita doesn't like garlic, but the Panchu says she does, so we don't know who's lying.
Maybe I'll grow up
I'm
to
just
liking
kidding.
it.
Yeah, maybe. There's possibility, right? Okay, the final sentence, as in the final statement, is which one do you prefer? Staying home or wearing a mask? Staying home or wearing a mask?
I want the first answer for this, but then it says 5'7".
5'7", you're gonna wear a mask size of 5'7",
5'7".
maybe. Cover your whole body.
Yes.
All right, so that was fun, right?
That was
Great answers, right?
very interesting answers.
Yeah. Okay, so we are done playing this game. So yeah, it's quite fun. So the next segment, it is called True or False. In this segment, I'm going to give you several statements and you have to state whether it's true or false according to you, according to Regita. No other opinions matter right now, so please use that prop. Yeah.
Just a disclaimer,
Okay.
I'm a philosophy student, so it's difficult for me to just have a yes or no answer at times. So, yes, I might go
Okay.
deeper than that.
Okay. Number one, helping others is most gratifying. Helping others is most gratifying. True or false, according to you?
That is 100% true.
Oh yeah? Well, tell me something on that. I mean, let's hear.
So if I am to see it through a philosophical perspective, so utilitarianism talks about consequences, and we have other philosophies by Descartes and all of these philosophers where the main purpose of life or the main goal is happiness. And by helping somebody, I personally get genuine happiness, and that I think that's me being selfish as well. So at the end of the day, when you help someone else, you're helping yourself, because that joy, that spark of joy you get, that to know that you've made an impact in someone else's life in a positive way, that could be that is the most gratifying thing one can see it as. So yeah.
We human beings, I believe human beings are inherently good, right? So when you do something good, the goodness in you is actually fed,
True.
So yeah. I work out often. Do you work out often? Exercise often?
Not at all. Like
Seriously? That's actually hard to believe. I mean, how do you maintain your weight?
So actually, I am the most lazy person I know.
Okay.
Because like I said before, for almost 5 months this year, my average steps that I walked per day was like 90 steps, and that's not even 1 minute of walking. So I was that lazy as well. But I feel one of it is my genetics. But secondly, I realized that the more I don't care about my weight, the more I'm happy and the more it shows out, I guess. Because before, there was once this time when I was like, I wanted to lose a lot of weight because from let's say modeling, because I was approached by some agencies and they wanted me to lose a lot of weight. And I wanted to do that because as a young person, you wanna make sure that, you're giving it, you have everything it takes and the people can see that. But while doing that, I think I stressed myself too much. And in the process, I was binge eating a lot.
Yeah, and there's this scientific research. When you are stressed, there's this hormone that's released. It's called cortisol, I suppose, cortisol, right? And it's a stress hormone, which, directly promotes weight gain. So it's
So now
it's an
I'm
irony
chill,
in a
yes.
way, yeah. So you eat whatever you want? Do you control your diet, as in, do you eat whatever you want? I see a lot of videos you eating cake.
I love sweets. I lost 3 teeth because of sweets,
Oh my
cavities, and I don't mind. I don't regret any of that because I have a big appetite. I love eating. I just feel that when you're eating, you should eat religiously in a sense that you should enjoy it. You should not be eating it with that mentality that, oh my God, am I going to put on weight and all of that. You just enjoy it because, and when you do that, what happens is you realize that your outlook on life, on yourself, on your body is you're kinder. And when you're kinder to yourself, your body is kinder to you as well.
Oh yeah, that's oh my God, you really are a philosophy student. Okay, so yeah, that's a nice outlook actually, yeah? So your body is, oh my God, okay, she's trying to be kind to me, so I should be kind to her by not gaining so much weight. So that's interesting.
Along that line.
Yeah, that's an interesting outlook. I really like that, yeah. So yeah, number 3. I have learned a priceless lesson the hard way. Did you learn anything something that's really important for you, for keeps the heart way?
That's a very deep question, and I
Yeah.
might have a lot of answers. But if I am to look at my life this year and to see the journey that I went through, so just I'll give you a brief background.
Yeah, give
so
me a
that
thing, an event or an experience, that would be, personal experience.
So basically, I am a planner. So I like having my life organized. I'm not so organized in my daily life, but when it comes to goals and all of that, I like to be prepared. So I have plan A, plan B, plan C.
Oh my God.
But never did I imagine a global pandemic coming along the way and just,
Are you sure you didn't plan that?
No, that's
Okay,
what
I believe you.
Although I had all these plans of if plan A doesn't happen, I can go for plan B, plan C, all of that. Although I had that in mind, never did I imagine a global pandemic just coming and just
Boom, and everything is cancelled.
throwing me off the track. So when that happened, it was difficult for me to adjust, let's say. So my biggest lesson I've learned now is to, I guess, simply be kind again. I think that's something I learned the hard way because I'm rather really hard on myself. I'm an overachiever. So I push myself to the extent where I'm breaking down, and yet I compare myself. I'm like, no, you still need to do more. You're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. But this year is when I learned that I can take my own time. I can be kind to myself and still achieve my goals in long term, but at the same time make sure that my goals are also rather more spiritually enriching than materialistically overpowering. So that's what I learned the hard way this year.
Okay. So basically, not to push yourself too much and give yourself the time to heal
Yes.
and to, bloom into even a brighter, to better colors, right, in
Yes.
the future. Okay. So we are done with true or false. In the next segment, it is called Mystery Maze. So it's a riddle segment. I'm going to ask you 3 riddles and let's see how you do it.
I'm bad at
Okay.
riddles.
Riddle number 1. Are you ready? Okay. Yeah. There's this cave. There's this cave with 32 white monks in it. What do you think it is? It's pretty easy actually.
A cave with 32 monks.
White monks in it. And sometimes these monks get reddish white. Yeah. Anything?
Why?
Sometimes, I mean, for if I say that, it's going to reveal too much. But yeah. There's this, okay, the general concept is there's this 32 white monks in a cave. What do you think it is? Should I give you a clue?
Yes.
Okay, it's, we see that every day. Yeah. It's an everyday sight.
Oh my God. I thought it was brush. I don't know why I thought of brush.
Oh, you're close actually. I mean, these two are dangerously interrelated. Dangerously interrelated.
I don't know why I'm thinking of Colgate now.
It's on your
It
face,
doesn't make
Regita. It's on your face.
OT, mouth. Sorry.
Suddenly, when I said it's dangerously interrelated, you think of Colgate.
I don't know, toothpaste, brush,
Yeah, brushing. Yeah, it's the mouth and the teeth. And we Bhutanese, we love doma, so the reddish white, it gets reddish white, right? Or sometimes.
In my defense, I don't have 32 teeth, so I cannot relate.
3 taken with cavity, so yeah. So you don't have 32, so you, okay. All right, so the second riddle is, imagine you're in a dark room. How do you get out?
Open my eyes. I'm so sorry.
You're in a dark room. It doesn't matter whether you close your eyes, open your eyes, or have a thing
I thought
band
of
around your
darkness
eyes.
as inside when my eyes
No,
close.
please don't get philosophical here. Spare me, my dear.
That rhymed.
Yeah.
Okay, a dark room, how do I get out?
Imagine there is this dark room, okay? You're trapped in this. Imagine, Regita, in a dark room, you're trapped and you want to get out. How do you do that?
Open the door.
No. Okay, I'm stressing this out too much. Imagine you're in a dark room and you want to get out. How do you do that?
Oh, it's imagine, see, you wake up.
close, but you stop imagining. I said imagine, no, imagine. You're not in a dark room. Practically, you're not in a dark room. You're here. I said imagine you are in a dark room. Okay, so you stop imagining, and boom, you're out. Okay. All right. The third and the final riddle is, how many bananas can you eat on an empty stomach? Your stomach is empty right now. So how many bananas can you eat on an empty stomach?
1 banana.
1? Okay, the answer is correct, but how would you justify it?
Because once you eat a banana, your stomach's not going to be empty anymore. So
Smart, smart. Yeah, you got it right. So once you eat 1 banana, your stomach is not empty anymore. So it doesn't matter how many bananas after that you put in, but the thing is not empty anymore, right?
Sure.
Okay, you got the first and the third riddle correct. So yeah, I think you're pretty good. Okay. Okay, you're done with Mystery Maze. The next segment, it is called Insights for Impact. So under this topic, we like to talk about something important, something that's going to leave an impact. So today, the topic we have chosen is mental health. So yeah, so mental health is of paramount importance, right? Especially now with COVID, it's even more stressful. The pressure that we carry on our mind, it's immense. Mostly owing to the fact that we live in a world where we consume infinite information. We live with cutting-edge technology. So with that, we know a lot, we see a lot. And unfortunately, with that also comes the stress, the anxiety, right? Now, mental health is very important because why? Because it determines our mood, our thinking, and our behavior, right? It controls the quality of our life and our productivity as an individual. So I would like to hear your insight on that.
So I cannot really stop emphasizing on the importance of mental health and making sure that mental health is prioritized and recognized by our society. And the reason for me is rather little personal. So I had mental health issues from a very young age, and I was diagnosed with some conditions as well. I don't know if I should say it out loud, but then I was diagnosed with some serious conditions. But as a young child, because we live in such a time and place where mental health, whoever has some mental health issues, we are looked down upon. We see it as they're not strong enough, they're very weak. It's like the world wants us to toughen up, and to a point that you cannot really express if you're going through something. So as a young child, I really did not get the help I needed. So over the years, I learned to overcome my battles by simply pushing them aside, by rather ignoring them, because I wanted to be strong, I wanted to look strong, and I wanted to move on with my life just like the others, right? So it wasn't until this year that I had to confront my demons, because for 2020, I had a lot of plans, both in my personal and my professional career, but to have a global pandemic suddenly come out of nowhere and have my entire plan just crash and burn, I was literally off my track, and that really made me feel very intimidated, actually. And to come home on top of that on a rescue flight with the fear of having COVID, bringing COVID to the country, and to stay all by myself for 21 days in quarantine, and even after that to be in self-isolation and have the entire lockdown happening, I was all by myself. So meaning I had all the time in the world to think, and that made me confront all my demons, face all my demons all at once, and that was too overwhelming for me. So when that happened for a couple of months, I surrendered and I broke down.
Okay.
To be honest, it was very difficult for me, and I did not know a way to get out, because like I said, even now we think that everyone must be tough, strong. We must just carry on the way the world is. Even if there's anything that's coming on the way, we must be strong enough to just overcome that. But in my case, I couldn't. So when I couldn't do that, I did not know who to go out or reach out to. Hence, I went in a slump. I really did. And it got to a point where it was very difficult for me, and I was at my lowest point of life. And that's when I realized that I have only two ways. One is to get help or to get out. And that's when I actually reached out for professional help. And to be honest, that has been the best decision of my 2020 year, because my therapist, my counselor, has been an amazing person who has not only helped me face my demons, but at the same time help me overcome them one at a time. So I believe that at this stage of our lives, especially with this COVID-19 happening, a new normal has been put to our lives without our permission. So humans, although we are adaptable human beings, that does not mean that we all adjust to the situation all at the same time. So I feel that when it comes to mental health, we must be very careful about our own mental health. So in order to even know what we're going through personally, as well as people around us, it's important that we have the knowledge about it. So that knowledge can be given through education, to awareness programs. Social media is a great big platform for us to advocate on it. So we cannot stop doing that. Also, I feel that right now, with the world being so harsh on us, we have no one but ourselves to rely on. And also, if you think about it in another way, everybody is going through a lot of things, right? We all have our issues right now, and it's to each its own.
Yeah.
So at times you cannot really ask or talk to your friend or your family, because they're also going through a lot. So that's when I feel like right now we need to do away with the stigmas around mental health. And I would like to emphasize on the importance of seeking out for help, reaching out for help.
Yeah.
That you don't need to go through your issues all by yourself. You can always reach out, and professional help is a good way for you to. I know it is intimidating to even reach out, because you fear of being mocked down. You fear that maybe the help you're looking for might not help you, but just give it a shot. Additionally, COVID-19 has impacted a lot of our lives in a very negative manner. And especially right now, if you look at our society, obviously we live in a materialistic world, a capitalistic world. So hence, a lot of people have the pressure of losing their jobs. A lot of them have lost their jobs. A lot of people are not able to, let's say, go for a career they wanted to before. A lot of the job sectors have been deeply affected, and that obviously adds more stress to people. And because that is one factor that again plays like a domino and affects all our personal relationships, our personal mentality as well, our mindset, and that is again a very tragic truth right now that we are going through. And hence even then as well, feel that right now we must be kind to each other, more kind to each other. Instead of thinking about materialistic gains, as much as possible, try to be more spiritual with each other, try to be more personally connected with each other, because right now it's more than ever that we need each other's help,
empathy, right?
And empathy, to be kind and to be empathetic.
Okay. So Regita, you mentioned, seeking help from the therapist. What else do you do to keep your mind healthy? I mean, habits or ways that you adopted or that you have already, practiced, that you already practice?
So I think one daily mantra that I really believe by is whenever I'm having an unproductive day, let's say I did not do anything, before I'd be like, oh my God, you did not do anything, look at others, everyone's doing so much and you are here wasting your day, and I'd be hard on myself. But now, whenever I'm having an unproductive day, I tell myself this: okay, we had an unproductive day, tomorrow is going to be a better day.
Okay,
tomorrow is a new
breather.
day. A fresh start, so let's sleep it off. So I do that, and that has really helped me calm myself, make sure that I am not too hard on myself. And going for walks is another beautiful thing that I have learned to do now, because right now, especially with Bhutan, we are so lucky that we don't have all these COVID restrictions restrict us in our homes, right? And we are surrounded by such beautiful nature. We live in a carbon negative country. I mean, the air is
advantage of that.
Yeah, we must take advantage of that, because it's just so beautiful outside. And whenever you go out, you just can feel it in your mind, and it just refreshes you a lot.
Okay, so go for walks, seek professional help, and be easy on yourself. That's your way. Okay, that's all with Insights for Impact. So I, personally derived, immense insights from you. So I'm so glad that we talked about mental health. And the next segment, it is called Fun Facts. So I would love to know 2 fun facts about Regita.
The first fact might be a little weird.
Okay, weird is good.
So like I said, I like to go for walks, right?
Yeah.
So I actually talk to nature a lot.
Oh my God, you do? What do you tell them?
Nature as in the trees, the sky, the river, the sun. So right now, like I said, I believe in spirituality a lot and energies a lot. And I believe that nature has abundance of positive energy in it. And especially right now, like I said, humans, human interaction takes a lot of energy from you, right? So, and at times people don't have that. Right now we are all exhausted. We are all like tired from the way the world is going on. So for me, whenever I'm around nature, I believe that they have so much of energy that it just recharges me.
Okay.
And not only that, whenever I talk to nature out loud, all my thoughts out loud, I am able to get clarity of my thoughts. I'm able to structure my thoughts because everything is so beautiful around me, so positive, that I'm able to see myself, see my thoughts in such a new perspective, new light, and in a more positive manner. And that really helps me have all my thoughts be more like well structured and defined, and makes me feel like genuinely better as well. So that's why I love talking to nature, and it's just so beautiful that people must try it before finding me weird.
That's beautiful to know, actually. And the second fun fact is?
Okay, second fun fact. So right now one of my major is politics.
Yeah.
But the reason why I took politics is because I hated politics.
Okay, that's an interesting way. I mean, that's an interesting thing. I mean, choice, as you choose something that you hate.
I can
Why?
justify it.
Okay, please do.
So basically, I hated politics. I don't know why. I just hated it.
Okay.
But even as a young person, like before I joined my college, I knew that for me to hate it completely and to be reasonable enough to hate it, I needed to know more about it. So I was like, I wanted to learn more about it so that I can hate it. And that's, I think...
You wanted to learn more about it so you can hate it?
Yeah, but
okay,
then,
hate it with reason this time.
Yes, but then that's the amazing thing about education, I believe.
Yeah.
And with this particular narrative that I had on politics, I was able to learn it. And at the moment, no, it's not that I hate it. I don't hate it.
You don't hate it anymore? Oh,
no,
nice.
I don't.
That's good to hear.
Because I now know what politics means and how important of a role it plays in our society. So for me to hate it is rather me being ignorant. But then again, this is one, principle that I follow with the rest of my daily life, and that is I should not come to conclusion or make an opinion about something or somebody without knowing them or about it in depth.
Yeah, rash judgment is terrible. What's your takeaway from your thing, studying politics right now? You came to like it now?
So my education has given me this broader insight on politics, and I know that for me to, like I said, to imagine a better world or a better society, I must be a part of politics. I must be exercising my rights to politics and make sure that the politics that we are utilizing in our society is the one that is beneficial to all of us. So that's what I learned now. I now know that I have a control over it, that we as humans have control over the way our politics work and not the other way around.
Okay, okay. So in future, do you ever plan to take part in politics?
So that's the thing. I feel like humans can never get rid of politics, even in our daily lives.
It's there. It existed before we were even there, and I don't think it will cease to exist for as long as we live. Yeah?
Exactly. But when it comes to national level politics, that's something I am still debating. Whatever I take for my master's will decide my career after that.
So you're planning to pursue a master's in a similar field?
Definitely it's going to be on liberal arts, something regarding politics, international relations, or gender studies. I am deeply interested in gender studies, so around these topics. But law is a possible career I might take. Having done modeling since a very young age, and even to this day having my days where I do feel insecure about the way my face looks or the way my body is, I want all of us to remember that nothing in this world is definite, not even the definitions of beauty that is being imposed on us by this digital media that is around us. So I want all of us to be kind to ourselves, and also next time you meet somebody, instead of pointing out and looking using your eyes to point out the flaws in somebody else, use your ears to listen to how they are doing. Ask them how they are doing rather than commenting on the changes in their body. Make sure that you are being sensitive and sensible and empathetic to somebody else and to yourself as well. And lastly, remember that you are beautiful no matter what you do or what is, again, there out in the world.
Okay, Regita, thank you so much for being on the show. I had so much fun.
Same here. Thank you, Arjun, so much for having me. You honestly make the whole show feel so comfortable and so energetic. So I really had a good time.
Yeah, thank you so much. My pleasure. So you viewers out there, thank you so much for making me a part of your day, and I'll see you soon. Till then, be positive and be productive.